Hi, this is Angela with Parkrose Permaculture. I have a not great update about my project where I'm looking to see if I can purchase a couple of cabins in rural California and do redwood and ecological restoration there and create a retreat space for artists and writers. So there's this property that I've been looking at. I've been going through this whole series evaluating the property and all of the major problems with it. The property's had 2 sales fall through. They keep knocking the price down and I'm like, okay, I have some time. I don't have enough in my budget to be able to afford to purchase the property outright. No, absolutely not. But I thought like I could do a Kickstarter and see if I could, say, can you help me fund a web series where I am able to put together enough for a down payment on this property, right? Help me fund the down payment, and in exchange, I would like to produce a 10-part web series. And more than that, with the potential to expand to 3, 4, 5 seasons, and which I already have scripted out, by the way, and also working toward that goal of creating a retreat space, right? All of this content, fixing up the property, doing permaculture design on a landscape that's been pretty neglected, fixing up the cabins, and then transitioning into how do I host workshops and how do I create artist in residence programs for writers, thinkers, permaculture people, visual artists. That was the goal. That was the goal of my project. And I felt pretty confident, right? I knew from the beginning that there was a chance that this property would sell. I knew that there was a chance that while I was trying to get funding together, my goal is to launch the Kickstarter on August 1st. I knew that there could be somebody who swept in with an offer. And I just thought, well, like, the financial situation is not good. It's wildfire season in California. This area of the coast already had one wildfire like a week and a half ago. They just had an earthquake. I thought, okay, this property is overpriced. There are massive problems with it. I could not figure out how to get a traditional mortgage on that property at all without being untruthful about the conditions on the property. So I don't know how anybody else purchasing that property will be able to get a mortgage or get insurance on the property. It is basically uninsurable, and you can't get a traditional mortgage without some significant repairs being done. And so I'm pretty high confidence. I've been scripting my Kickstarter. I filmed my intro video. I did all of the graphics. I've been up very late at night working on this. I have been knitting. My daughter donated paintings. My eldest daughter, she designed stickers for the Kickstarter. And then today I came out and I photographed all of the perks, right? I have 4 shawls that I've knitted. 3 of them are wool, and one of them is part wool, part alpaca, and part Apollo dog hair. So I do quite a bit of spinning and knitting with dog hair, and poodle hair is very similar in terms of texture and behavior to wool. And so I was like, okay, I have a number of shawls that I've knitted out of Apollo hair, and I'll put one in the Kickstarter, since people are always so kind and thoughtful and ask after Apollo, because he's usually in the background of my videos. So I got all of that done, and no sooner did I get everything photographed than I saw that there was another offer that had been put in on the property. And actually, I didn't see it, my husband saw it. He was like, hey, did you see that there was an offer that's been accepted and it's contingent? And I was like, oh shit. And I don't know if y'all know, you can see on Zillow you can see the asking price, right? And you can see the negotiated contract price. So it appears that someone put in an offer for full asking, which is just, I think, massively overpriced. Like it's massively overpriced. But California, right? So full asking, they're under contract. The contract has contingencies. So I immediately texted my realtor and I was like, hey girlfriend, I didn't know that there was, this house was under contract, and it has been for like 4 days. And so she reached out to their realtor. Their realtor said none of the contingencies have been cleared. So I don't know if this person's going to pay cash. I don't know if they have found out all of the problems of the property. I don't know if they've been able to secure a mortgage, truthfully. And so we're just going to wait it out. But I'm not going to lie that when my husband was like, hey, babe, I don't mean to bring you down. I know you're juggling a lot of things. There's been a lot of drama on your social media this week. You're getting ready to go on a really big trip. You're working on this Kickstarter, and I don't mean to drop a bomb in the middle of that, but the house is under contract. The property with the 2 cabins is under contract. And I stopped everything. I was in my bathrobe. Okay, sorry, I had to take a break and take a phone call from one of my kids who's out and about with friends. They went to a play. I'm feeling pretty discouraged. I sat in my bathrobe and I had a little bit of a mentee bee for about 15 minutes where I was like, fuck everything. I feel so invested in like needing to do something positive, real world, impactful. Like I need a plan. I need something I can believe in. I need something that's not just making political content or like being angry at the government. And this felt like something that I could believe in and something that I thought would do good with the resources that I have. I could use my platform to do good. And it feels again like the rug has been pulled out. And so I just like, I let myself have a little mentee bee. And then this evening, after I filmed a video about how things are going in the garden studio, I sat down and I took like another 15 minutes because I peeked at the headline. So I had my mentee bee over this property, and I had my mentee bee over the state of the United States. And I got my shit together, and now I'm just going to keep moving forward. Like, what else is there to do other than keep moving forward? I know I said that if this property sold, that I would try and do this same project somewhere else. Like, I want to do this project. I feel like there is a real need for this kind of a thing. The property is just really perfect for what I want. And we don't know whether this sale is going to go through. 2 sales have already fallen through. I don't know if this person will, turn around and sell this house in a year or 2. We don't know what's going to happen. And I am trying to trust that if this property is meant to be, then all of the pieces will align. I don't really believe in like put it out to the universe, but I do believe that sometimes things happen for a purpose and sometimes the pieces all align. And if I get the funding together, then we'll see what happens. If this property is not available, the whole point is to do a web series searching for a property, going through the process of purchasing it, fixing it up, and seeing what it's like to do that kind of permaculture design, and then also what it's like to try and turn that space into a place where we can have workshops and where I can host artists and or I can help support struggling artists, right? That will be something that I want to do, even if I can't access this particular property. It's just that this property is so good. It's so good because it's got so many problems that I think other people don't want to deal with. And I'm like, bring it on. I will do it, and I will share it with my YouTube audience. And then also its proximity to other people doing really good work in a part of the country where is like a sense of community and collaboration, and it feels like I could plug into a lot of existing, really good existing work and augment that. So we'll see. We'll see. I was able to take photographs out in the garden of all the paintings that Bea made. I ordered stickers that Ruth designed so we could have those for a Kickstarter perk. I got all of the filming and editing done for the Kickstarter videos and the layout and everything. And I've been knitting in my spare time off camera, some of the goodies that I'm putting in the Kickstarter. And it might all just like fall apart. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to continue with all of the final putting the elements of the Kickstarter together and submitting it to Kickstarter. It takes them a while to approve your project. And then you get what's called a like a landing page. It's like a coming soon, Kickstarter launching soon page. And you don't have to have a specific date that it actually goes live. And so I might change the date that it goes live and just see what happens with this offer on the property. And if it sells, then it doesn't mean that I can't do the project. It just means I'll need to look for a different piece of property. And I have been looking. I've been looking in Oregon, Washington, and Northern California to see if there's something more affordable that actually might work better, right? I'm keeping my options open. I'm trying to be nimble and flexible and be able to pivot, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't like really brokenhearted that a property I was sure was not going to sell has an offer on it. But again, an offer is not a sale, and 2 previous offers have fallen through. And I don't want to act like I am closing doors off to myself that have not closed of their own volition, right? I want to make sure that I'm being open to what could happen next, to being open to the possibilities. So yeah, just keep plugging forward. Thank you for all of your support. Thanks for all of the really positive feedback I've gotten. And we'll just see where things are going to go. I knew that this was going to be a journey. I knew things were going to be tenuous. I knew I didn't have the funds. I knew that I couldn't make promises about a property that I did not yet own. I knew that there were so many moving pieces, and that's why I felt it was really important to start documenting what was happening, to share the complexity and like what it's like to try and kind of wing it and do something really different that you've never done before when there are so many different variables needing to research and needing to juggle all of these different pieces. So thanks for being here with me throughout all of this, and thanks for letting me be real about all of it. If you are new, please go back and watch the whole playlist if you are so inclined, and please don't forget to click like and subscribe. I'm hoping I'll be back with an update really soon. Hopefully it'll be a good one. You guys, thank you for being here. Okay, take care.